Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reading Blank Until It Gets Bad. Well, Reading Yu-Gi-Oh! Until It Gets Bad.
Do you want to play a game?
Which would you like to play? This was chapters 11 through 20. Yep. It's not, in these handful of well, a couple things happened, but for the bulk of this, Jigsaw was getting jigsawed himself.
Yeah, pretty based.
By another Jigsaw.
By the real Jigsaw.
So after he trapped Kaiba in a fucking card and killed him, he just went to the next day at school and nothing happened.
As you do.
What was that about? Oh yeah, it was just Joey was missing, and they just saw him hanging out with a gang.
Some ruffians.
For some reason, I think they said like
he used to run with them, and then he stopped. Now they're blackmailing him.
Something like that. I don't know.
It's been like 2 weeks since I read this.
But then the nerd with the glasses is like punches Yugi or something. So Joey's like, "Fuck you," and punches him back.
That's my bitch to punch.
And then, oh yeah, Christ! And then they fucking like take him to a warehouse and like tie him up.
Yeah.
And like hang him up, and they're gonna fucking tase him to death.
God, that's how I want to go. Just tase, drinks, and nuts.
But then Yugi just does some fucking.
Do you want to play a game?
Shit, where he electrocutes all of them.
You have to come in 30 seconds before the nerve gas kills you.
Seemingly kills them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it was,
Small arc. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of multi-part chapters, which I liked.
Yeah, it started with. Because, the beginning was mostly just a single one chapter. It was just, here's the conflict, here's the game, it's over. Next chapter, same thing. And then I think the Kaiba one was the first, 2-part chapter, or 3 parts. And then,
We actually have, an actual arc going on in this one.
So that was a 2-part chapter, and then the rest of this was all one, I don't know if arc's the word, but one, story thing where they go to the museum, and, Ben Stiller's there, and he's like, "Hello."
Oh,
and,
I'm Alex the Lion. He was Alex the Lion.
He was what?
Alex the Lion in Madagascar.
He was, yes. And they're just doing some Egypt exhibit, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, fucking your Millennium Puzzle's pretty cool. Let's
nice
have
waifu.
it.
I'll take it.
I'll take her." And there's a short, fat, museum owner who's the bad guy and wants to sell it, and then there's the nice older guy.
I'm the doctor of
He's like,
archaeology. That belongs in a museum. I'm here.
Belongs in a museum. Let me display it, but then he's gonna sell it to someone afterwards. But then Mr. Egyptian Jigsaw appears
Mohammed Abdul
with his scales.
He showed up at the museum and wow, look at all these things that got stolen from my country. I hate white men.
He's like, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna kill everyone. So he kills he kills the guy who was gonna buy the Millennium Puzzle. He kills the museum owner. How does he kill him again? So he's got two Millennium items. He's got the Millennium Scale and the Millennium Key.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the scale does.
The scale I think judges his soul. Or if he's lying, he'll kill him or something.
Oh yeah, he's he asks questions, and then it moves. And then the key just lets you look into someone's their room of their soul, their Tartarus.
The room, you could even say.
Their what the fuck is it called in Persona? I don't know.
Velvet
Persona
room.
5. Persona 5.
Oh. The palace.
Yeah, but what's everyone's collective?
Mementos.
Thing? Mementos, that's it.
Mementos Mori.
I always think of Mementos and Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's this big fucking cute monster that appears and
bites him.
Bites him, or it's just an illusion, but
he thinks it's real.
He thinks it's real, so he just dies of a heart attack. And he uses the key, goes inside Yugi's soul, and Yugi's got 2 rooms. He's got this man-child room full of toys.
The Christian room.
The Christian room, and then he has the
creepypasta room.
The creepypasta room. Or creepypasta Yugi
You have 2 rooms inside of you, your Christian room and your creepypasta room.
Yeah, if you go in the creepypasta room, your creepypasta self appears and says, "Hey, come in if you dare. A game awaits you."
I love that face of Yuki. It's good.
It's good. It's really good. So he just goes in and he's just like trying to figure out like what the fuck's going on. He's just like, "Oh, let's play a game. It's a maze." And
it's called I'm gonna kick you in the balls 20 times.
I'm gonna kick you in the balls 20 times. If you make a noise, you lose.
It's a fun game.
But he saves the guy, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, whatever. Leave my place." At this point, I'm like, "Oh, this guy's not too bad. I mean, he killed some.
He killed a white man. Justified.
He killed some fairly innocent people, but
were they?
I guess I don't know. They were like
one was fat.
One. But he was just like kind of trying to figure out, he's an Egyptian guy, so he sees he's got the Millennium Puzzle, and he's just like, oh, let's look at this guy's soul and stuff. So he's just trying to figure shit out. But then he comes back in the next chapter. I thought he was just gonna leave, but then he comes back because he has to kill the other guy, the nice museum owner, Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Not the museum owner, the
Harrison Ford, the archaeologist.
Archaeologist, yeah, the Indiana Jones guy.
Agent Harrison Ford.
So he just they all just go there, including Grandpa.
Yeah, because he's like, oh god, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, hey, let's go tell him that he won't die. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he almost dies.
Yeah, and then Egypt boy.
He gets possessed. Basically, when you go inside the room of a soul, you can redecorate it and just make them like a zombie person, I guess. So he just makes the archaeologist a zombie, and he just starts like fucking choking people and running around and strangling Joey and other people.
Joey just goes on his own adventure. And
then Joey, I think at some point, punches him in the mouth, and he loses half his teeth. And he just has his teeth are just fucked up now. They didn't grow back.
Good on Joey. Good on Joey. What a kid.
Good on him, yeah.
I love Joey. He's the best character. I don't care what anyone says.
It's just self-defense.
I had this Joey deck.
All this time when so you've said. All this time when the professor is strangling Joey, Egyptian man, Shadi is his name, he's just standing in the room, and seemingly no one knows he's there but Yugi. I think he is just literally standing there, but no one talks to him except Yugi. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. What happens? He's so he's doing it because he just wants him to turn into Jigsaw so that he can talk to him and be like, hey, what's going on?
Hey, want to be friends? Want to add me on MySpace?
Mm-hmm. But, that doesn't work, so he, possesses, Anzu, Taya, and, makes her a person.
Makes her a puppet.
He is
the puppet master if you think about it. He does, in fact, raise his knee, and then he raises his other knee, and he walks in a circle, because he's the puppet master.
I guess so, yeah. I guess so. Joey just gets chased around the school for a couple chapters, and they just go to the roof. He has Taya walk the plank. I mentioned that I read this when I was younger, but I got it rented from the library, and they never had the second volume. So I think this is the start of the third volume now, because I remember this, but I just jumped in the middle and didn't know what was happening. But I could figure it out, at least.
Yeah.
But I remember this. I like this cool setup they got going with the plank thing set up with the 5 mummy things tied to a rope, and the key is tied to a rope too. It's a pretty cool. This guy, pretty good rigger. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. I bet he
would make a good Jigsaw killer.
I'm sure a lot of rope bunnies appreciate his work.
I do.
He would make a good Jigsaw killer.
Maybe he is the Jigsaw killer of Egypt. We don't know if there's multiple. We don't know. It would be a Jigsaw Khan.
I think that's what Yugi is, because isn't Yugi possessed by the
Well, he lives in America. Oh, he lives in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, America in the English version.
But the guy possessing him is the Pharaoh, I think.
Yes. But, he's been dead for a while. I think they all go to Saw Khan, together. There's a big Saw Khan. All the Jigsaws go there.
Saw Khan, he's nuts.
I got him.
Okay, so then I just play some games where oh yeah, don't get scared or your mummies will break, and so some mummies appear and he gets a little scared, so his mummy breaks, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe? No, it doesn't. It breaks like right away.
Yeah, because he's like, oh god, my waifu, she's in danger.
My waifu, she's gonna fall. And he does some riddles for some reason, just like, oh, what crawls on the ground and hangs to the pillars?
That's right, a cock.
It's a shadow. And then a giant monster comes on the ground. I thought this was gonna be a Karibo when I first saw it.
If only.
If you remember what Karibo is.
Yeah, I've recently played Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game.
Oh, that's right, you have, of course. Of course, you've been playing that.
I got stuck.
The monster, the girl, Amit, which is a girl monster, appears even bigger and is just gonna eat him. I remember this, the weird, like, question mark.
Yeah.
Tile matching thing. Did you figure it out? Did you figure out any of these out before?
No, I'm an idiot.
I did it. I figured it out. I understood.
You gotta know, I'm a big boy idiot, okay? My brain is rotting.
Oh, I got it. So he solves that one.
Joey's just vibing around the school with a new friend.
Yep. This chapter just ends with a picture of Tristan, even though he's just not here.
Yeah, he's too busy vibing.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's fucking bitches, and I don't know what he does. I can't remember anything about Tristan Taylor.
Nah, he got rejected at the end of that one chapter. I think that's the last time we saw him. No. We saw him in the chapter.
Oh yeah, the gang
chapter.
The gang war.
The gang chapter.
The gang weed.
Are gangs actually like a big problem in Japan?
Well, I played Yakuza, yeah.
Other than like obviously organized crime, like Yakuza, like I feel like 3 chapters of this have had different gangs appear. Like there was the ones that stole the fucking shoes and stuff. In Yakuza, yeah, there's just a bunch of like gangs.
Well,
of, like,
yeah, I know
punks.
Japan has a massive crime problem because I mean Yakuza's real life, and if you walk 5 feet in Japan, you're gonna walk into someone that's gonna punch you, just like this.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty crazy. It's like the Purge over there.
That's why we had to nuke them twice.
I think it got worse after that.
Well, 3rd time's the charm.
Uh-huh. So then they play one more game. He just makes a illusion of Joey appear, and they play on a boss stage, a Mario 64 crumbling Bowser stage, and it's just like, oh, throw the Millennium Puzzle, and if you gotta move in the direction it points, and you could die. But Yui's like, no, I won't play it.
I refuse to play your game. You're not the real Jigsaw killer. I am.
And then somehow Joey's illusion also just chooses not to play either, and that makes Shoddy go and his thing breaks immediately.
Yep.
Oh yeah, also Anzu's Teia's rope is breaking, but Joey's like out on there holding up the board. Pretty based.
Yeah, because he's a king.
That's
why he's the best character.
He is the best.
I had his deck. As I said.
I had his deck. Yeah, and then the key just goes
Saves her. And she's like, oh, why am I on the edge?
Yeah, all's fine. And then he gives it to the professor, and the professor's like, oh, okay, all my teeth are fucked up, and I'm covered in shit, but let's go get food.
Classic.
Oh yeah, and then they finally acknowledge that Shoddy's there, and they're like, hey, Joey's like, hey, Egyptian man, don't fuck with my friends. Don't
fuck with Japan.
What does he say? He says, fuck is it? Hey, you in the dress. I don't know how you did all this, but this is our place. You better not come here anymore.
I'm gonna bust your kneecaps in, buddy.
And he's just like, okay. He just leaves. But he still has the scales, but he gets the key back at the end there.
Because he might be a recurring character, who knows?
Oh yeah, also the fucking professor at some point got knocked, not the professor, the grandpa got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
like
just the beginning.
For like whole thing, and he just wakes up, sees sees that they're on the roof in a light threatening situation, and his friend has all of his teeth knocked out, and he's just like, oh well.
Time to get food.
Well. All's well that is, then well, let's go get burgers. So,
burger time.
Good end. And that's it. Yeah, as usual. I don't have too much to say. It's fairly self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's fun.
But it's fun. It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It just took me a while because I'm reading.
It's not complicated like Joe Jolien. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, that's for another day. I'm reading other stuff. I'm reading Steel Ball Run right now, as you know, and that's also not complicated yet.
Just wait till you get to Joe Jolien, boy. I can't wait to discuss that with people. That chapter with people.
Get excited. So they just announced
that ends.
Next month is the last chapter.
Yep, and they announced that 2 days ago. There were 2 chapters left then, and then the last chapter came out yesterday, the day after they announced there's only 2 left. And they started a new arc. So flashback. I don't think they're going to explain anything in the present day.
And it's about 80 pages usually?
I can check. But yeah. They normally say on the manga. I haven't been reading them on manga decks because I get it from the JoJo subreddit and they just upload.
Because I would think maybe they would make, like, they shouldn't have started a whole new arc, obviously, but you'd think that they...
This chapter was 44 pages, so I have a feeling final chapter might be longer.
Yeah, I was going to say, surprisingly this doesn't seem to happen very much. I expect, like, you know, when you're watching, like, a TV series, the season finale or the series finale, it's usually a longer episode. Yeah. Manga doesn't really do that. Like I always expect the final chapter of something to be like extra long.
They always have a long first chapter.
They always have the long first chapter because that's like the introductory thing. But like Chainsaw Man, I was like, oh man, how are they gonna wrap this up? And I was like, the final chapter must be really long, but no, it was the same length. But obviously,
before I read chapter 109 of Joe Jolien, I had a solid theory on how this was gonna end, and Araki just came and took it away. Because I'm like, yeah, they have 2 chapters. That's plenty of time to explain the rest of the plot threads that need to be kind of explained away. 2 chapters,
how many chapters
perfect
are there?
amount of time. There's gonna be 110 total.
Okay.
Then I'm like, yeah, 2 chapters, perfect amount of time to explain away the last couple things that need to be explained.
Well, we'll see. Like I said, I was gonna wait for the colored thing, but that might take a long time. So.
Well, I mean, colored's up to like chapter 70 something. So.
I don't know how often they release.
Yeah.
But anyways, that has nothing to fucking do with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Another day.
We're talking about all the manga now. Yeah, so yeah, good. We're gonna keep going.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like it. It's fun.
We're like almost halfway through the whole thing already, so we might as well do 10 more chapters right away. This next chapter is like, I remember being one of my favorites. They do like a Tamagotchi Digimon thing, which is cool. Yes, I love it. It got me back into Tamagotchis after like 4th grade.
Nice.
I think because I read this in like 3rd grade is when Tamagotchis were big, and I had 2 of them, and then I read this in like 6th grade or 7th grade, and I bought another one because I couldn't find my old ones. And now I have Digimon. So
Augur's King.
I have experience with this thing, and then I can't really remember anything after that. They might play a dice game or something. We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Short episode. We'll read more.
Yeah.
We'll read the next 10 chapters and go from there.
Big chungus.
Anything else to add?
Pog.
PogChamp.
Poggers.
Right, goodbye.